Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm back in the woods and I'm going to make a bow drill today. I'm going to be using my Canadian forest knife. Get a lot of questions on this knife, so thought I'd talk about it a little bit today and make a bow drill with it and yeah, practice. Okay, so this is the knife that I've been using in most of my videos for the past 2 years. It's called a Canadian forest knife. It's got a Scandi grind and a 90-degree grind here for scrubbing on a ferro rod, striking a ferro rod, full tang, carbon steel. Really like this knife, good grip on it, super sharp. I keep it sharp with a little sharpening stone that I got in here. Always keep a ferro rod as well in the sheath. And I just like to wear it around my neck like this, and it's pretty low profile, like it sits really good on the chest, and yeah, that's about it. Really good knife. So let's do some bow drill. So I'm going to be looking for a dry aspen tree. Aspen is pretty easy to find around here. There's lots of it in northern Canadian forest. So I'm gonna find some aspen and try to get a fire going and cook some marshmallows. So that's the plan. All right, let's get going. Mostly spruce near the river, but a little bit higher on shore I can see some aspen, those leaf trees, deciduous trees there. So that's what I'm going for. Look at that, followed a beaver trail, and this is what he was eating. This is a balsam poplar. It's not aspen, but see, he's chipping away here. Big beaver wood chips. So could be some good material here for bow drill actually. Let's look around for some dry pieces. Okay, so I just found this fallen over aspen tree. I've been taking some of the bark off here and trying to feel if it's dry. And it feels pretty dry, like it's up above the ground. So it's a good position for it to dry. This piece here seems pretty good size. This piece here seems like a good size that I can use for my my drill. And then I just have to find a piece on it that's dry that I can use for the baseboard. So I think I'm gonna give this a try. This is the straight piece, so I'm looking for about 8 to 10 inches. Go ahead and cut this. As I'm cutting, I'm feeling to see if it's completely dry, and yeah, I don't feel any moisture in here. I can make it a pointy end right away. So on the bow drill, you want the top end to be kind of pointy for less friction, and then you want the bottom end to be kind of rounded and blunt. Want to be careful not to split it. Good. Beautiful day out today. It's about 20 degrees, nice and sunny. So it's perfect conditions for the bow drill. Hopefully I am successful. So on the same fallen piece of wood, there's this branch here that's bigger dimension, and it's sheltered away from the elements underneath here, and it's a good size for my board. So I'm going to try to get this guy. Nice piece of wood here. Exactly what I'm looking for. So this is an aspen. It's got a nice natural check. Means it's super dry. Yeah, super dry. Should be able to make a decent baseboard with this. Well, this will be the baseboard. It's not too bad. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller diameter. I want to keep my pieces off the ground and in the sun while I'm working. Let them dry out. Starting to have something that looks pretty decent here. Still a little bit on the bigger side, but I've had success before with this size. It's nice round shape, It's not like oval or anything like that. Pointy end, kind of softer blunt end. Should go about right here. Don't want to go too close to the side of it for it to fall off. But I'll show you in a better angle. So you don't want this to be off to the side too much or it'll fall off. That's what I'd always, the error that I did when I started, it was too close, and then when you do your notch, it pops out. So you want to go in so that once you do your notch, it stays nice and secure in there. I'll make it a little bit smaller still. Then I just need my top or my socket piece. That'll be my handle. And then I'll use my shoelace for rope. Okay, so now I need a bow and a socket. Let's go get it. Let's go to the hardware store. Here's a nice straight willow. It's about thumb size and it's nice and flexible. It'll work good for my bow. Go ahead and collect it. Okay, so when collecting a thumb-sized piece like this, I've showed it in other videos, but it's good to like bend it, and then it's way easier to cut with your knife once it's bent. Then it kind of separates the fibers. Got a nice fork here. I'll use this to put my string in, my rope, or my shoelace in this case. I'm going to take some bark off my bow. Let's make it a bit more lightweight, and the bark doesn't really help in any kind of way, but I could leave the bark on too. It's not a big deal. That's just my own personal preference. The lighter your bow is, the easier it'll be and the less energy it'll take to kind of move it back and forward. So you don't want it like super big. You don't want it too small or too short, because you can't get those long strokes in with which actually make your drill rotate like way more with long strokes than short strokes, and they take up less energy too. This should be a good little bow. We're good. Some nice poplar bark here, and I'm curious to try this for my socket. if I kind of carve it out a little bit, hold it up like this, should work. So before I start drilling and get a small coal, I need a good bird's nest for blowing my ember in flames. Now the best for this is like dried grass, in my opinion, but I don't have any here, so I'm going to try a mixture of lichen like this, and I'm going to try to find some birch bark as well. This is white birch. Great stuff for the tinder bundle. I'll grab some right away and throw some into my pocket for later. What I'm looking for is this super fine stuff. If it's too thick, it won't work for blowing a coal or an ember in flames, so you want it super fine. Okay, I found some really good Tinder Nest material. Take a look at this fallen aspen tree. So the inner bark of this guy is incredible for your Tinder Nest. There's some right here. And just gonna go ahead and collect that. And look at this. This stuff is like hair. There's a little bit of humidity in it, so I'm gonna let it sit in the sun for a little bit, and hopefully that kind of corrects it. What's good too is cedar bark, but cedar is not as common in my area. Actually, I don't even have any in my area here, but cedar, it's the same idea. It's the inner bark. So for my whole nest, I'll have a mix of this birch bark and a little bit of lichen. Now I have some aspen, no, this is a little bit of grass that I managed to find. Some aspen bark. It's nice and fine. I rub it like this between my hands to make it as fine as possible. And that's where I want to send my coal in the finest pieces. Same thing with the birch bark. So it's good to have a mix of different materials so I can throw my tinder right in the finer bark. Then as it grows, it'll travel through the different things. So I really want like a bird's nest kind of size so that I can hold comfortably with my two hands. And I want to make a nice little comfortable hole here already for my coal. This looks pretty good. Now it just needs some rope, so for this one I'll actually use my boot shoelaces. So if you're stuck out in the woods overnight or you don't have rope, know that you have some form of shoelaces. Hopefully you're wearing boots or shoes, so you can use them for this. Of course, it's way better to actually bring a good source of fire lighting, like a ferro rod or a lighter or matches or something like that. But you know, bow drill is a good skill to practice as a last resort thing. Okay. I like to go barefoot with my bow drills. This bark is nice and dry, so I'll actually drill on top of that. Just want to make a notch to put my rope in. Or my laces. Hope you guys can hear me pretty good, even though I have the river here as background noise. But it's a nice little calming sound. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a regular loop at one end. There's various ways of really tying off your rope on your bow drill, but I just keep it simple. And I like to have it pretty tight, so I'm going to go ahead and bend this. Now the rest of the rope, I'll tie it off here so that it's not like flopping around as I want to get some speed. I don't want it to get hung up on anything. So I'll just loop it around, pass it underneath. Makes like for a more comfortable handle too to hold on to, a nice little, you know, rope handle. Good, so once I put my drill in here, it'll tighten everything up. Take my knife off. So for bow drill, my trick anyways is to hold it between my legs. And then I always have, it's hard to explain, but I always have like the tip that's gonna go in the ground on my left. And then I push it through, loop it around, and then bring it back like this, and then I bring it back, and then I end up with the rope that's closest to me is on top, and it loops around and then it goes underneath, and then my drill is outside my bow. So that is anyways my technique, how I like to do it. And I'm just gonna do like a pre-burn. So I want to get like a bit of charcoal going. I'm gonna put like a green leaf inside my handle. Just want to see how this all goes. My tripod with my camera is kind of in the way. Okay. Make this hole a little bit bigger so that it doesn't slide out. But to help myself, I like to put my knee on the handle, and that kind of helps free up this hand so I can grab on to my socket, put it on, then I flip hands like this, and then I don't know, the more you do it, the more you develop different tricks. This drill is kind of too big. I'm gonna carve it out, make it a bit smaller. Same time, I can make some feather sticks for my fire here. Now I have a knife here in perfect conditions, and it's going to take me over, you know, 2-3 hours to build this. Imagine trying to build this without any knife and in like bad conditions as well. Right, I think I'm gonna give this another shot. Perfect, so I got my pre-burn. Everything worked good. Okay, you guys see this nice brown powder? This is going to be what will become my my tinder, or my coal. Actually, it'll transform into my coal. So I want to keep that for later, to have more dust fall on this pile. Now I'm gonna put this piece aside. Okay, so I want to cut a notch in here. This is the part where you want to be careful and not cut yourself. Goes way faster with a saw. Another thing that took me a long time to realize, and is a crazy good tip, is that you want the sides of this notch to be smooth, smooth, smooth. Like so smooth. So that the powder will travel through this cavity, this hole here, and fall down in. And you don't want them to stay stuck on the way down. And then once you'll take your board off, like once you have your coal, you don't want it to stay like stuck. on like the side of the notch here. And I'm going for about 1/8 of a pie. You can go like a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, but as a general rule you want to go in there. And you want to go just about to the center, but like not quite. You don't want to go like past the center. You want to go about to the center of your hole, or the center of where your drill's going. And you can have it come a little bit wider at the back than the front. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I might flatten out the back here so that it sits more flat on the ground, this end. I'm grabbing my my other board, and my pile from before is right here. My sawdust brown dust pile. You want to make sure that this is nice and stable and there's no movement. And I like to go, like my notch will be here, so I'll go like an X, so I don't push on the same side as my notches. So in that case, it's gonna be easier for the drill to pop outside the hole. So I want to go slowly, do some long strokes, just to build up that heat slowly. You don't want to go too fast at the beginning. Yes, I got a coal, it's still smoking. Perfect. I want to put that powder in there, and then I can let that ember grow. Gonna leave it there, show you guys real quick. Oh yeah, you can see the smoke from here. Now you can let it grow like that for about a minute, 2 minutes. See, just the wind's making it grow. Well, I'm gonna grab it, put it in my Tinder Nest. Yeah! Perfect! Be able to cook my marshmallows. Perfect. Hopefully that recorded. Oh yeah, I recorded. This kit worked perfectly. First shot. Gonna grab my laces back and put my boots back on. I like to be barefoot to kind of stabilize my board and my drill better, and you kind of have better grip, I feel, barefoot or in socks. Now I'm gonna give away this kit. You all saw like it worked really good. So I'm gonna give it away to just a subscriber or commenter, and just let me know in the comments if you want it. And then I'll choose somebody, and I'll send them the kit here with the bow and the bark socket if I didn't burn it. Oh, here it is. It's not burnt yet. So I'll send this off, like all this, but I'll keep my shoelaces though, I need those. Oh guys, so I forgot to mention, I hope you guys saw though, but when I do the bow drill, I kind of do the long strokes kind of slowly but fast enough to create some smoke and not have like that squeaking sound. And then it's only when that notch that I cut out is full of brown powder, like it's fully full, now I increase the speed. And as a general rule, you want to give at least 10 like really fast strokes with that notch being full. But like if you want 100% to be sure that it works, like this time, I don't know, like I don't count, but I'll go like 25, 30, and basically as long as you can go and you still have energy, and you put more pressure, more speed, more pressure, more speed, and then like once you're really tired and you can't go anymore and everything's gonna pop out, you want to stop and then slow down, and then you'll see once you stop if there's smoke that's still coming out of that notch or that pile of powder, and if there's smoke, then you have a coal. So yeah. Anyways, this technique in aspen like this, it works good for me. In Canada here, there's lots of different woods that you can use. Like on my channel, I have quite a bit of different combos that I try out and that I show. But this is the first time that I actually show like the whole building process of the whole kit. So yeah, thought I'd go back to basics and do a bit of bow drill today. All right, let's cook some marshmallows. Cheers guys, the taste of success. Yeah, let me know in the comment if you want me to send you the kit, and yeah, I'll pick somebody and send it to them. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already and you want more outdoor videos, then smash that subscribe button. Yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching. It's good. While I wait for my fire to die down, I'm making this board a bit better so that the person that wins has it all kind of equalized and can make multiple holes and have it about the same depth. You could do another hole in here actually, in this one. You could probably do like 2 or 3 coals still in this hole, and then this will make it lighter weight too for the shipping costs, because I'll be paying the shipping costs. And I'll take some bark off of this guy too. Look at what I found. A beautiful batch of wild blueberries. Just gonna sit here for a few minutes and enjoy these. Mid-August right now, so they're all ripe. These are so good. They're my favorite wild berry. The wild ones don't taste the same as the ones you buy at the grocery store too. Have a bit more flavor.